Joining me in studio right now, he's got one of those faces that I know I've spoken to him before. I just don't remember if it was here, if it was out at his location, if it was one of the remotes we've done in the past. Might have been at the Home and Garden Show, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. Ed Cox is in studio with us right now. He's from Carpet Clearance Custom Flooring Center here in Santa Clarita. Ed, how are you?
I'm good, Jason. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I've heard your ads, and I've heard you on the radio before, and so I know I've heard you. I just don't remember.
There you go.
And I don't know if it's just me just being forgetful, but I know you've been on the radio many times talking about what you guys do here in Santa Clarita, your location here in town, right on Golden Triangle Road, and the website, let me just give that out for people, carpetclearancecustomflooringcenter.com. Tell me what you do.
Well, we are Santa Clarita's leading floor covering center. How's that for a start?
You like how I just put you on the spot like that?
Yeah, tell me what you do.
Tell me what you do.
Yeah, we're the leader in floor covering in the Santa Clarita Valley. We've been here since 1991, so we have a pretty long stretch here.
Over to be 22 years now, almost 22 years. It's been a long. This valley has changed quite a bit.
See, now I just gave it away.
Well, no,
I'm a lot younger, didn't I?
Well, no, I've been here in this. I've been here in this valley since before then as well, just like you. And it's been a lot of changes, a lot of growth, and a lot of new homes coming in, which is good because we can give them new floors. And talking about all sorts of different custom flooring. What types of stuff do you guys do?
Well, it's kind of interesting. We started out with predominantly carpet. We did a little bit of hardwood and tile and things like that. We've noticed over the course of time there's been some shifts. A lot of that had to do with growth. And I would say most recently, let's say the last 5 years or so, we've seen a dramatic change towards more hard surfaces. And then, for an example, maybe an upstairs is carpet, downstairs is tile or hardwood or laminate, something of that nature. So it's been a pretty interesting shift. It takes a little bit of time, but that's where we're at now.
It does seem like, and I'm not sure what causes these shifts. Tastes change, I guess. And
yeah, I think people just want change.
I think back, when we moved up, my parents moved up into this valley in the early 80s, 1983. We moved into Valencia, and there was just some of the most hideous shag carpeting, neon-colored shag
that was
carpeting.
Good stuff, wasn't it? Oh, man.
That I've ever seen in my life. And so, obviously, the times changed. We go away from that stuff that they saw in the 70s and get a bit more modern. As you mentioned, things going more towards hardwood floors now. And is that a function of it being, are they easy? Is it because they're easier to clean, or is it because they're becoming more affordable, or what's causing that, do you think?
Well, I think what you have is over the course of the years, you have two incomes a lot of times in a family, and you're looking for something that looks really good, lasts a very long time, and is easy to take care of. And carpeting, while it does a good job in many areas, sometimes doesn't fit in that criteria. And so you see these shifts. For a long time it was tile, right. But then there's, right now it's, what did you say it was, 58 degrees out? Tile's kind of cold in the house.
Sure is.
Hardwood feels really good. Carpet feels really good. So, you see people making decisions based on these kind of shifts, and times change. So we just adapt to them.
We're in studio with Ed Cox, Carpet Clearance, here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I have some friends who have just recently moved into a new home here in Newhall, actually, and the very first thing that they want to do, once they get some money saved up, is they want to change all the flooring, and they want to go to hardwood floors.
Sure.
And I think people don't realize that there are a lot of different types of hardwood flooring to choose from. I was looking at your website, carpetclearancecustomflooringcenter.com, and as I'm looking through, there must be a half dozen or more different types of hardwood flooring that you can get. We're talking solid hardwood, engineered hardwood, parquet wood, floating wood. Just generally, what are the differences between the different types of hardwood floors?
Well, solid wood you'll predominantly see in the Midwest and the East Coast.
Okay.
If somebody moves out from, say, the Midwest, they'd be familiar with solid wood. Engineered wood, which is predominantly on the West Coast, is designed to be glued right down to a concrete type subfloor.
And that's what our foundations are mainly out here, right? Concrete.
And it makes it tough, if not impossible, to put a solid product down without it twisting and turning and,
Sure.
and cupping and things like that. So that's the basic difference between, say, East Coast, Midwest, and West Coast.
And these are, I'm reading from the website, these there are several plies of wood. They're kind of glued and laminated together, and then they range in thickness from about a 1/4 inch to about a 1/2 inch. So I guess that, depending on what your tastes are, is that what kind of just decides that, or?
Well, the lesser expensive product will be thinner.
Sure.
And then 1/2 inch is kind of the general rule of thumb, and
Okay.
somewhere between a 3 and a 7 ply product. In other words, different layers of product. And then the final layer is the actual wood that you see, be it a walnut or an oak or a maple or something of that nature. A lot of distress is popular these days. People like that pre-distressed product, so if they do something to it, it's just kind of more of the same.
Right. Say, I didn't mess it up. It was already looking like that anyway.
Come on, honey, that wasn't me.
That wasn't me. So there's hardwood flooring available, and then there's all sorts of different stuff you guys deal with. We're talking about actual carpet as well, vinyl, laminate flooring, granite countertops, which are huge out here in Santa Clarita.
Countertops are really big.
And so I would imagine everybody's got a different idea of what they want in their house, and when somebody comes in to talk to you guys or to consult with you, if somebody doesn't really have any idea of what they want to put in, where do you start with them?
Well, you got to ask a lot of questions. I think we don't believe it's our job to tell you what you need. We actually need to kind of help point you in the right direction and give you the information so you can make an informed decision. We spend a lot of time educating people, and sometimes there's no fruit that comes from that, but the people do come away a little more educated. We just really, that's our philosophy in our shop, and we think it's real important to conduct our business that way.
You can find them here in Santa Clarita, right in the center of town, actually. They're on Golden Triangle Road, right off of, or just down the street here, off of Soledad Canyon Road. The phone number 259-8635, dealing with residential. You also have a commercial business as well. Tell me about that.
Well, we also have Cornerstone Office Furniture, which is actually huge in Santa Clarita because we are the only office furniture showroom in Santa Clarita.
Oh, wow.
And we're like 2.5 years into that part of the business. It has been very good for us. We're really happy to be doing that. We always start our any new ventures in a downturn, so the timing was perfect.
Right.
But as we climb out economically, we find that we're really well positioned with that kind of operation.
So we would recommend you go in and just talk to them, tell them what your needs are, and they can kind of point you in the right direction, give you some options over at Carpet Clearance, and find something that will fit for you. And even if you're just kind of doing some what do I call it? It's kind of some blue sky stuff, or just kind of dreaming about what you might want, and then you get an idea of what you can get and start saving for it, and go for it that way. Carpet Clearance, CustomFlooringCenter.com is the website. Information. And the phone number 259-8635. Ed, nice to talk to you again.
Thank you.
I appreciate you doing it. Thank you very much. Ed Cox, Carpet Clearance here in Santa Clarita over on Golden Triangle.